What is up? Anime Expo is right around the corner, kicking it off July 1st, which this year's a little bit different. 2023 Anime Expo is going Saturday to Tuesday. Normally, if you've never been, it goes Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday for the July 4th weekend, but July 4th is falling on a Tuesday, so everything is all messed up. The full schedule for Anime Expo is officially out, so I've gone ahead and collected all of the best panels from this year's Anime Expo, and spoiler alert, if you're going on Sunday only, you're going to be a little SOL, but let's hop into it and see what we got. Let's start with day one. These are all chronological order based on the time and date of when they're going to occur. We got two that overlap with each other. You obviously have the Trigger new title announcement and world premiere of the Delicious in Dungeon, which my girlfriend absolutely loves Trigger, so I am 100% going to be at that panel. But if I wasn't going to be at that panel and I didn't want to wait, because the main event is basically the Hall H if you're a Comic-Con person. That is where all the lines are going to be. That's the huge hall. It is also, pro tip, super cold inside of Hall H. It can be hot outside. It is freezing in Hall H. So bring a sweatshirt with you just in case. We learned that last year. The chairs are metal. They're conducive to the cold. All right, just a bit of a warning. But Bandai Namco Filmworks is also having their panel about the same time. They are behind Blue Lock, so I'm hoping we get Blue Lock Season 2 news from that. I wish I could go to both, but I'm obviously going to be the Trigger one because that is like my girlfriend's favorite studio in the whole world. Now, if you weren't paying attention, the Trigger panel does end at 2:35 and is in the main hall. This is going to be in the JW Platinum Hall, which having to go from one section to another is going to take so much time, and you generally need to line up early for a lot of these panels. At least 45 minutes, 30-ish minutes if you're going to go to the ones that are not in the main event. I recommend hour plus for main event just to make sure you're in there, even showing up for the panel beforehand, because they don't clear a lot of the rooms. You can see on the bottom of the end of this one, this room will not be cleared prior to the panel, will not be cleared after this panel. So people will be camping out for the panels they want to see. Speaking of, this is the MAPPA panel. Last year, it was in the main events. I don't know why it got downgraded to JW Platinum, but it was one of the most fun panels that we went to last year. The CEO of MAPPA is absolutely hilarious and amazing. So I highly recommend trying to check this one out if you are not going to the main events. If you are sticking around for main events, obviously you got to stick around for the Netflix J content presentation. Netflix puts so much money into anime, so you know their panel is going to be absolutely insane. Speaking of, they do have the two main voice actors from the upcoming Zom 100, which they are premiering also at Anime Expo, but I don't think you need to see the world premiere of Zom 100. You can just wait. It's not going to be groundbreaking. That being said, the main character from Zom 100 is also the voice of Tanjiro and the main character from Tokyo Ghoul as well. So, weigh your choices. I'm already stuck in the main event, so I'll probably ride it out to this one as well. I'll have to miss out on the cool MAPPA panel. Sad. Next up on the list, we have Bandai Namco. They are behind every single anime video game ever. They have their finger in every bit of porridge that is a video game. So if you can make this one, I highly recommend it. Now, this is going to be another one. I'm going to be in main events till 4:05. This starts at 4:30. I don't know if I'll be making this. I'm going to try my damnedest to make it in here because this is one of the last ones of the day that I actually want to go to. But if you make it into, it's definitely going to be fun. They're going to show some video games. I'm sure of it. So give it a shot. It is in the Petrie Hall, and it ends at 5:50. Now, alternatively, I saw this panel. I want to give a special nod here. Dragon Ball Z official concerts. I was like, yo, are they going to do a Dragon Ball Z concert at Anime Expo? Like, how sick would that be? No, they're just talking about behind the scenes and stuff like that. So hard pass on this panel. I just didn't want anybody's hopes to get really high before I crush them. Now, I generally don't stay at Anime Expo this late. If you stay at Anime Expo till the sun goes down, till after the exhibit hall closes, that's when you get all the hentai panels beginning. Now, at Comic-Con, I had previously gone to, shit on my face about this. I had previously gone to a Faku panel. They are a lot of fun. You obviously got to be comfortable looking at hentai in a room full of people. No one's going to be touching themselves. It's no Pee Wee Herman sort of situation, but it is very intriguing, very fun. I highly recommend the Faku panels. So if you're sticking around 9 o'clock, that's going to be going on. Alternatively, I saw this little tidbit when I was scrolling through. I cannot imagine going to this panel. 9:30, outlandishly explain your extreme fetish. I can only imagine the type of crackhead weirdos that are going to be in this one. I would almost go to this just to see. I would not be surprised if I show up to this room and it's all other people who also just wanted to see who else would show up to this panel, because this just seems insane. But you know you're going to get, it's anime people, all right? You know you're going to get a couple people that are going to show up and they are ready. They are ready to explain their extreme fetish and tell the world about it. So if you're sticking around till 9:30, you got the Faku panel or you got this Rogue panel right here on the end, and they both seem like they're going to be a good time. I know the Faku one for sure is. This one, wild card. Day 2, we're kicking it off high. We're going with the Kotobukiya panel. Obviously, they're going to be there in presence at the exhibit hall, but they're one of my favorite figure manufacturers. I think they do really high quality work. It's one of mine and Jose's personal favorites. So If Jose is going to be there with me, we're definitely going to hit up the Kotobukiya panel. If not, Dark Horse Manga is having a panel, and they have that new Trigun Deluxe hardcover coming out, which if that's going to be there, I hope we get a lot of Trigun stuff. Now, the thing is, I haven't watched Trigun Stampede. Still haven't finished it. I'm an OG Trigun lover. Die hard, man. Die hard. Now, both of those first panels I listed, amazing panels, seem like really good times. But I feel in my heart, you guys cannot miss the panel right here. Production IG, X-Wit. These are two powerhouse studios. Production IG, we're talking Haikyuu, we're talking Kuroko no Basket, Psycho Pass, we're talking End of Evangelion. All crazy hits, okay? Then we go over to the Wit Studios, Attack on Titan, Seraph of the End, Spy Family, all super good titles. Vinland Saga. These two are coming together. Now, let me note, there's nothing on here about them making a new series together. They're just doing a collaborative panel, which they've worked on series before. They both worked on Attack on Titan, but one was the main studio. So it could be cool. If they announce they're working on something together again, obviously you've seen the work that they do. It would be absolutely insane. So I think this is a can't miss panel. Even if you're a fan of any of those series I previously mentioned, hopefully we get some Attack on Titan stuff. You got to be there for this one. And special nod, a matter of fact, I know it's super popular. You might as well wait through Disney Twisted Wonderland Anime Expo. Not my thing at all. Don't like Disney. Don't know anything about this game. But it starts off at 10 a.m. You might as well wait in line for that to try to get into the one following it, which is our Production IG X-Wit panel. Sometimes you got to bite the bullet, and I know people are super fans of this, so maybe that's for you, and you hit a home run on both panels. Jumping way ahead to 4:30 now, we got two panels, which I also would love to see. Obviously, you can't miss the Demon Slayer panel. I am not, full disclosure, not the biggest fan of Demon Slayer. Aniplex of America knocks it out of the park on Demon Slayer. Absolutely knocks it out of the park. So I don't think you can miss this panel. Alternatively, though, if you cannot get into that panel, the Viz official industry panel is always fantastic. Once again, going back to my Comic-Con San Diego days, we used to hit this panel every time we would go. It's good fun. They share a lot of fun news. They're going to have the voice of Ichigo there, which is the only thing that might sway me away from the Demon Slayer panel. Don't be surprised if you guys don't see me at the Demon Slayer panel and you guys see me at the Viz panel, because I want his signature so bad. Getting Morita-san's signature, the Japanese VA of Ichigo, is bucket list, dog. I want it so bad. So you might see me chasing him panel to panel. Now, I do want to give a special nod here. When they first announced this One Piece Episode 1000 world premiere is what they posted it as, I was like, yo, that's going to be sick. They didn't hit me. Episode 1000 has been out forever in the subs. What am I talking about? So obviously this is going to be the dub. On the schedules, this is the dub world premiere. They did not advertise it like that originally. Okay, I got bamboozled. That being said, this thing goes from 6 to 10. It's going to have a whole bunch of dub actors and all kinds of variety stuff. And it takes place at the Grammy Museum Terrace, which is over at the LA Live. So it could be a super cool experience. I'm definitely going to check it out between those hours, but not before these next two panels I got to check out. So I have to give a special nod here. We're headed back to Studio Trigger, girlfriend's favorite. I don't think she'll so much like this. I watch them on Twitch all the time do these live drawings. It's just kind of a fun Q&A and behind the scenes of how they make anime and stuff like that. Super cool to watch them draw, and a lot of times they'll give away the drawings that they do. So it's a cool panel to go to. But if you're an FGO person, they do have that panel going on at 7 o'clock. They overlap with each other, so you are going to have to choose. If you've not noticed yet, Anime Expo likes to put two kind of hit panels overlapping with each other to split people away, so it's not too crowded and you have a chance to get into. But you got to make some hard decisions, all right? You got to make some real hard decisions. When you're done with this, head over to the One Piece experience. Now, luckily for me, it's the live drawing of the Trigger, okay? Because we already have tickets for this. I don't know if they sell tickets available, but the AX Summerfest is a series of concerts of Japanese bands that's going to be happening. It's happening at the Novo, never been, but they have the band that does the ending of Jujutsu Kaisen. So I bought tickets instantly. We're in the VIP section, which we're still up on the balcony, but we're in the front row, which is perfect because if you guys don't know, I'm 6'6", she's 5'1". So I can see perfectly wherever I am. I just block whoever's behind me. She can only see if nobody else is in front of her, but it's perfect for the person behind her. So we're a nice little mix when it comes to concerts, but we'll be there. I don't know if we'll be there till 12 a.m., but we'll be there at the concert series. And that's where we're going to be on Sunday night, but there are some other alternatives as well. We're touching base with Faku again. You got to support the boys. They're having their guests of honor have their own panel. Bucha, I don't know. Listen, I'm not familiar with the work, okay? So I can't really say, hey, it's going to be amazing. But their guest of honor is always cool. They usually have merch from the guest of honor at their booth. It's a good time. I highly recommend it if you're not uncomfortable in those things. Bright and early July 3rd, you got to check out the Rurouni Kenshin world premiere. It's worth checking out. I know the authors, we don't like supporting the author, all right? But the Rurouni Kenshin anime looks like it is going to be incredible. They are going to have a couple of the voice actors that are going to be there, so I think it's worth going to. It's presented by Aniplex, so you know it's going to be a good time. Definitely worth checking out if you would like Rurouni Kenshin or Samurai X at all. Now, alternatively, there is going to be an asterisk on this one. In the JW Platinum, they're going to have the Warner Bros. X Wit Studio. You know we hyping up Wit Studio, okay? They're doing a new crossover collaboration here. Now, here's the asterisk on that. If you look in the description here, it is going to be an isekai. All right? If you hate isekai, you despise isekais, immediately nope out of it. Enjoy Rurouni Kenshin. If you want to see something new from Wit Studios, though, this might be good. You can always catch Rurouni Kenshin later. All right? You can catch that later. You might not ever catch the big announcement in person ever. So, you know, weigh it. Now, I got three that all overlap each other. Really, the next two also kind of overlap, so we're going to have to play it by ear here. But obviously, Mega 64 20th anniversary. We love Mega 64. They're really fucking hilarious. They're great guys. If you've never experienced a Mega 64 panel before, I highly recommend it. It's a truly unique experience, and they're just hilarious, good people. I recommend checking it out for sure. Next, we have Aniplex X A1 Pictures. So it seems like there's some sort of a team up happening for industry panels. I don't know. It's an Avengers Anime Expo this year. So both killer studios. Once again, Aniplex, you already know we fucking love. And A1 Pictures, if you're missing out, Darling in the Franxx, Sword Art Online, Fairy Tail, Seven Deadly Sins. So you know you got to be here at this panel. But if you want comedy, Mega 64 is for you. If you want just straight anime news, obviously look at this panel right here. If you're a card player, though, you got the Bushiroad panel happening as well, where Weiss Wars, Card Fight Vanguard, not my cup of tea, never was able to get into them, but it could be a fun experience, and I'm sure they'll have some cards they'll give away. Just throwing it out there for you guys. Now, if you're interested in either of these two panels following up right here, you're going to have to look at the end time of the previous panels and figure out if you can make it here. You got the Spike Chunsoft panel coming up right after that, and now they do have the creator of Danganronpa that's going to be there. So if you are a Danganronpa fan, it is a diehard fan base behind these games. You got to check it out. I don't know how often he makes an appearance, so that's very special. I won't be there, but it is still very notable to go. Happening simultaneously, we do have the 11 Arts panel. They do a silent voice. They do really good work on a lot of their projects, so that would be a lot of fun to check out. Unfortunately, I won't be going to either of these because the next one, I'm going to be there. Bleach 1000 Year Blood War panel. You know damn well your boy's going to be there, all right? The voice actor of Ichigo's obviously going to be on deck for this. It's in the Petrie Hall, which follows that Aniplex panel that we just talked about. So I'll be sitting my ass in that panel, not moving. That's where you'll see me on fucking Monday, okay? So we'll be chilling. You got to go. The last one was so much fun. We got a message from Kubo. Interesting, though, the last one was in the main events. I'm very surprised this is not in the main events hall. So it could be a bit cutthroat trying to get in here. I recommend trying to get here as early as possible. If you're not seeing anything else, it's going to be on Monday. Hopefully you've explored the exhibit hall. If it's your first day, it's going to be really tough if you want to make it in this panel. So be there early. There's no VIP tickets anymore, so we're just going to haul ass, and we're going to hope we get into this Bleach 1000 Blood War panel. I fucking love Bleach. It's my favorite anime, all right? Now, I'm going to end out my Monday, all right, with Rascal Does Not Dream of a Sister venturing out. U.S. premiere of Rascal Does Not Dream of a Bunny Girl, whatever. There's multiple different titles for the series. Some of my all-time favorite series and movie made me cry, man. Made me cry, okay? I'm not afraid to admit that. So I'm definitely going to check this out. I'll be there at 6:30 proper. I hope they got popcorn ready for me because I'm there. The only thing I got to worry about is anybody else out there. First, I know this is a hard requirement. Does anybody else got a girlfriend? All right? I know it's going to cut half of you out. Now, does any of you have a girlfriend that likes to fucking look at you whenever a sad thing happens? Because I got one of those. And I know this movie's going to rip out my heartstrings. And I'm going to be sitting there holding back tears. And this is the look I'm going to get. Just looking at me, it just takes me out every time. So maybe if they sell dividers or wear a hood, something to figure that out. But I'm so excited to see this movie. I love the series as a whole. It's going to be amazing. Now, here's where we come to July 4th. This is the last day. This is a Tuesday. They close things down early on a Tuesday. We used to go to Anime Expo and just go to the last day just to hit up the exhibit hall. It's totally worth it. The prices are discounted. It's worth sliding in to check out the exhibit hall. It's always a good time. And then you can spend your whole day looking at the exhibit hall and go home. Anime Expo knows this, okay? Anime Expo knows the lowest turnout is going to be on the last day. There is not a single main events panel on the last day. If you want the full Anime Expo experience, do not go on the last day. If you want to hit up the panels, you want to see all the stuff, nothing is going to happen on the last day. The only two panels I saw of note, I'll give them right here. They're really not that exciting. I'm probably not going to hit up a panel on the last day. I'll just do my last bits of shopping. You have What's It Like to Work at a Game Company like CyberConnect 2, where I don't know. I assume this is an official panel, CyberConnect 2. The wording on it is kind of weird. Like maybe just some people who worked there just decided to do it. But they're showing stuff about their new game, Fuga Melodies of Steel 2. I would say try to go to this and see if they hint, nudge towards any other new games that are happening. It could be interesting to see. I might check it out if we're just hanging out and I want to take a seat somewhere. And if you really want to waste some time, all right, I would love to take Jose to this panel. He loves Kingdom Hearts. Someone is doing a panel, hour and 20 minutes, the entire lore of Kingdom Hearts. I don't know if an hour and 20 minutes is enough to explain the entire lore of Kingdom Hearts. I want to go to that panel and just see somebody basically like our My Hero recap. Like, oh my gosh, it's like, gotta slow it down. All right, slow it down. So lots of good panels to see at this Anime Expo. Let me know, are there any that I missed? If you're going to Anime Expo, did I miss any panels that you're going to go see? Which of these panels are you hoping to be live streamed? They do live stream some of the panels. And which are your must-see panels if you're going to go? Let me know. Are you hoping for any big announcements? Anything like that in the comments down below. You can tweet them at me, DM me on Instagram at the Weebs Guild on both platforms. And of course, guys, make sure you're subscribed. I hope to see some of you guys at Anime Expo this year. I'm keeping my eye out currently for some exclusives so I can do a recap of all that stuff. So make sure you're subscribed to follow along. I will see you guys later. Have a good one, everybody.